Thanks for witnessing another episode as I speak to no one. Life's great. This channel isn't. It depends what you define a channel. Quality entertainment. The criterion that I have set for myself for that criteria is I haven't got one. For me, it's about entertaining myself, and to think people watch is entertaining. So I'm gonna bring my optimism out of nothing. Creatio ex nihilo, creation of something from nothing, is something that I attain to do. Okay, what to talk about? What to talk about my Peterinos? My Peterinos on my no one knows Peter fan tabby. No. For a minute there, I was thinking like my controls are reversed. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. It feels a bit laggy. I could disconnect my controller. Like make a turn and it happens like a split second later. I don't like it. I'm reconnecting the controller. I don't know. I'm not happy with this. I can't play like this. I'm sorry. Don't even know what this is. I don't even know what this is. Everything is. I'm just out and in USB, changing to another controller. This hopefully will work. Whether the battery's dying on that controller, which is a feasibility. Okay, right. Top of conversation. For this, I think one match is probably the right amount because I don't want to disturb other people as they go to bed. So previous video we had two topics of conversation that sort of happened accidentally as I figured out I could talk about stuff while playing. That was an hour video, so 5-minute conversation. What have I just watched on YouTube? I don't know. If I think of something. Okay, his controller is literally the same. What's it? I did just reinstall like some NVIDIA GeForce stuff. Like, when you turn left, surely it should turn left. Well, that jump was instant. Okay, we'll stop complaining and actually play. Am I just imagining things? My controller was fine. Let's see how it plays. I can't absently-minded talk about random stuff because the controls, or my perception of the exact same controls, are not as responsive. What is my life? What is life? A feeling like that is something useful to do. Yeah, goodness. Alright, let's just ignore the my idea about something being wrong, and potentially it's not, and we'll just focus on a topic of conversation. Monologue for now. Okay. We'll just go with like what I've watched on YouTube today. Like less thought. But that internetness was probably contributing to it. It's probably like a shoddy connection or something. Probably. No, right. 3 minutes. Okay. Right. I watched about 18-minute video of this guy who just collates, some speakers like from TED or something about an interesting topic. And he maybe add like a 20-second comment of his own at the end. But I think the main purpose of it is just to get a real idea from an expert about some sort of information that this guy concises it into a short video. So instead of watching 2 hours of TED that might be rubbish, he picks out a favourite person of his on the topic, and you see the exact thing. That's 40 seconds explaining this YouTuber. Okay, right, this video, see how much I get into the whole YouTube community. I've got like not many people watching me. Well, I've had my little bit of YouTube-ness of my biggest qualification not making videos, but actually watching lots of other people. It's like I sit in front of the TV with my Chromecast, a good friend recommended, and yeah, and yeah, it's a good friend probably isn't watching. Like, yeah, what am I doing? Okay, a video was about like advancement, like the future of AI, and how it is something in our future. Like an interesting point is how the progression of AI, how to develop it. There's like a timeline. So they've worked really. Yeah, they're not there yet, but they'll have to work really hard to be able to get a AI to be as smart as a mouse, like as smart as a mouse. They've worked really hard, but those of like self-learning or just be like a mouse. And they have to work really, really hard, like about quite far along the timeline in the AI development to get to like a chimpanzee or a chimp, an ape. And then, like, obviously, a human isn't that, far away from a chimp, I guess. Maybe, so, work hard to get to a mouse, work hard to get to a chimp, work quite hard, it's probably quite hard to get to a human. And the difference between, like, the example used by this expert, like the village idiot, or I can't remember the guru that he used, whether he used the word guru. Like, say, like, best human inventor, say, some really good inventor, or just, I don't know, standard Albert Einstein. Just an amazing person who is capable of advancement of technology, science, or like human thought, like can advance in a way that is good. But actually, it doesn't. The development of technology for AI doesn't stop. You worked hard to get to the mouse. You worked hard to get to the chimp. You worked really hard just to get to your bog standard village idiot human. It doesn't stop. And compared to the difference between like a mouse and a chimp and a human, mouse to human, it takes literally no time to get from just your standard human, your village idiot, to your Albert Einstein. Like, the progression is like, so it might take a year, I don't know, less than a year, like really quick. And the whole point of it is when it gets to a stage, you go beyond the Albert Einstein, you go beyond that, and he talked about having a species that develop themselves. So imagine really hard tasks like getting to space exploration, developing technologies. Humans take so long, they put in the effort, say they follow Moore's law for like computer processing, self-development. It takes them a while, and they get there slowly, like at a steady pace, let's say, albeit exponential, but like steadily exponential. But yeah, and it's predictable. Like say, doubles every 18 months, like computing power. Or, you know that it's going to take quite a while to get to Mars. The thing with AI, when they're beyond that, the Albert Einstein level of thinking, they reach obviously, someone like myself, and then, although I'm probably village idiot Albert Einstein sort of region, like freaking everyone else, but it's just bizarre. It's just so you get AI being beyond Albert Einstein, and you've got the thing that we created that's smarter than us, that can develop technologies quicker than us, that is essentially better than us. And it's a real issue because, well, initially this guy talked about optimization, how the self-optimize to find a problem. And the thing is, you can't guarantee that a robot will do good things, which is important for like us being alive and stuff. Yeah, so like you could set a task. Here's a maths problem. Solve the maths problem. But the problem with that is that the robotics could see a solution that that they'd solve the maths problem quicker if they had more computing power. So that way, epic save alert, that was me. With more computing power, then I guess you solve the problem quicker. So get rid of the humans. Get rid of habitats, cut down all the trees, get rid of life on Earth, fill the whole world with just computers. You solve the problem. So they'd be really good at solving problems, but getting to that solution through optimization, as computers can do or will be able to do better, it is just gonna destroy our life or our way of life. So which is bad. So apparently, an added thing, like it's really hard to get AI, a lot of effort, but a smaller task but an important task is the control measures in place so that the AI that comes about like has an awareness not to kill us or not to forget about us or to take over, like to take the power from us. Because I'm sure most humans would agree that humans would quite like to not be a robot's pet or not dead, sort of thing. And this could easily happen if, like, how we can outwit every other animal and be the dominant species of the world and be the top of every food chain. Barring our own protection laws. Like, if we can do that because we can outsmart people, that's good, thanks very much, then, like, AI can outsmart us. And not only that, because they're a computer, because they can self-replicate, because of, like, say, nanorobots that can just build things out of thin air, build their heart's content. They can just sort of dominate us, can sort of take over. And this guy says, well, obviously you need the control measures. It's an issue. Like it's easier apparently than getting AI to exist, but it's something that obviously needs to be done before the AI exists. Because an AI without the control measures will like it doesn't look good if the AI can just do what it wants. Like, moving it'll be bad. Like, you got no way of saying that it's gonna harm us, but what, like, it's basically, if there was a chainsaw and you didn't tell it not to kill people, it'd do it by accident anyway, sort of thing. And if everything's automated, then every military weapon, including all the chainsaws, you know, created by nanorobots, will just accidentally kill people. And if you don't tell the robots that's bad, okay, then they won't even have any compassion for it. If you don't set up some sort of reason for it to have compassion. So it's difficult. And so this guy, rightly so, says, I didn't think of it really in such coherently before, but you need the control measure before the AI is being created. And AI, like the singularity of them advancing ahead of the human race in terms of intellect, is, when asked by professionals at 2040, 2050 sort of time, which is within my lifetime. Well, either way, I like to think I'd live that long, but it's going to be in my lifetime either way, because I'll probably get killed by one of the Amazon Prime delivery robots anyway. When they can, you know, when they've got their chainsaws. Like, it's just. So the question is, what control measures do you put in place? And this guy says, well, it's easy. You just let it want to adopt human values. There you go. Which human values, mate? Like, look at the news. Terrorism? Nah, mate. Next step. Like, what human values? Like, if there was, what human values, mate? It's just, what do you do? What do you, like, if there was a coherent set of human values to live by that works for everyone, everybody would already be following it, surely. There's loopholes in everything. There's gonna be a problem somewhere. What problems could there be? Yeah. Okay. I think I should stop after this game. Yeah. It's just bizarre. It's just incredibly bizarre. The control measures in place to stop the advancement of AI. I guess think of it in this Rocket League. And then next time I can talk about something else. Rather than doing the next 100 Rocket Leagues thinking about the control measures. But to be fair, if I did figure it out, and didn't really get some sort of subscriber base going, at least, you know, accidentally, well, intentionally, solved humanity's greatest conundrum that no one is aware of. because I don't believe there's going to be a bigger problem in the next 40 years. So, and it's a problem. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm just going to get berated on the text. It's just going to be F you. I just stopped knowing. I'm just the bad person. I just stopped a teammate's goal. I was just sort of in the way. His teammate's kind. Oh, if I'd hit the same guy as well. This person's kind. Not to give me, you know, some stick. Control measures for AI. Don't have them. If there's no AI to kill us, then there's no problem. It's sort of a good one. If AI have the ability to self-destruct, then it's basically a nuclear missile crisis. That they just won, even if they wanted the best, even if they decided, yeah, we'll let humanity live by itself, let's self-destruct. Oh no, we've self-destructed and we've killed everyone because we live in everyone's homes. Like, what if AI has all these good intentions, but decides to change its mind 1,000 years? What if humans turn suicidal and the robot's programmed to have the human values and have the best chance of the human race, and it only takes one moment for humans to genuinely be suicidal, and then the human race is destroyed, and then you've only got robots? Like, if AI is going to be with us forever, because it may have solved climate change because it's all clean and stuff, renewable energy. Like, the AI might have all the good intentions, but what it's unpredictable. Yeah, I guess there is something to be said that AI could be more sustainably, more stable than the human race. And then we just become like these people on Wall-E who fly a massive starship and just a fat sitting down doing the same old thing every day and not having a life. Not one that I want to live anyway. Then what? You know, what do you do with like euthanasia? Like, there's always going to be some ethical problem that breaks everything. Like, it's just so bad. Like, what if AI find a solution so good that involves getting rid of technology, and it finds a way and to do that, and it flies away into space and leaves us in a jungle environment with nothing, and colonizes the galaxies and protects us as sentient life, the creators, and lives us with just enough to get by like a nice house and internet and something to do every day. And I guess if you think like that, you might as well aim for what the robots figure out anyway. You know? Less robotics, more fun, more sanctity of life. It's just, I don't have a fucking clue. I don't know. Even if everybody in the world had good intentions, we'd probably end up with something not great. I suppose you can say that with anything, really. Both sides of a war want to win for their own good reasons. Actually, it's the same reasons. Protect the people. Maybe. I know lots about history. I'm sure British Empire works like that. Yeah, just I don't know. I feel like I feel like a perfect utopia involves taking the good parts of technology, like transport, ease of communication with anyone, and then just stripping back all the bad parts, like just do a massive spring cleaning, like get rid of military and get rid of like bad stuff on the internet. I think a good way for light to live, if it's alright for a child, 5-year-old, and it's alright for me, sort of thing. And it's just like, I don't really like watching PewDiePie. It doesn't exactly improve my quality of life. The only reason I watched PewDiePie was for funny content, and it doesn't happen very much anymore, so I just don't get it. I think I've been over-centralised with PewDiePie because I love him so much, and I don't have time for him. I think you have to really get into it to understand his humour. I think you have to watch all the videos every second, and then like, because it's like you sign up for it, do or die. You aren't there just for the viral. I think that's why I tend to just have like a month without PewDiePie and get into it for like a week or a month or something. I've done that. I've like spent a whole year not watching PewDiePie, and I get really into it for like a month or two, watching every video, become like PewDiePie law supporter, and then what do you know? I love PewDiePie. I just, yeah, I guess, yeah. Controlling AI. I think, well, AI would like take all our jobs and do everything for us, which is less effort, and we wouldn't have to work so hard, which is good. But there's so many negatives that what I speak of, like stripping back. Like, yeah, AI, it comes in different forms. Like a self-thinking robot, I don't want to live with that. I'm not buying one, even if it gives me money. Like, even if it looks after my children for me, it's just, well, that'd be a reason not to get it. It's just difficult. I guess I wouldn't mind just automation of like simple things, but to really go out of your way and try and get some sort of thing that works in the same way as a human does is just wrong. If you want to be a human race, don't do that. Because they have so much potential to kick your bottom and kill you all. So yeah, I guess control measure for AI. Don't do it. Just do the necessary things like farming and building homes, and if you've got those two down, you've got food, you've got somewhere to live, you've got an entertainment industry. Well, technically, I think you'd get by just talking to people and kicking the ball around. So like, entertainment is something that I think, with like social media and stuff, I think actually it makes people a bit sad. So I don't know. I guess get rid of that. Get rid of international internetness. I meant to say internet, but I said international. Just get rid of the internet. Just, I guess, keep the important parts, like why do you need transport? Is because you can speak to people when you're at local area. Like, you could have this, you could get rid of transport. Like, transport is really important for the development of a species to collaborate. But if you've already got all these technologies, then just you're done. You don't need to have all this capitalism progressing the world. You don't need to have cities. You just, everybody has a nice little home village, and you just have nice little things to do around where you live, and just walk everywhere. If you can't get out of the house, then like, I don't know, doesn't really happen. Sell it or let's just be happier. Because if you think, like, if you can fit like 1,000 people in a kilometre radius, and you can walk about 5 kilometres easily and get back, like, finding friends, finding your own peace isn't hard. But then, I guess, how do you have genetic diversity? I guess you need transport for that. Yeah, so the control measure for AI is just, don't do it. You don't need an intelligent AI to give us unlimited food and energy. You just need the power plant and the farming, agriculturists. I suppose transport would be handy too, for like genetic diversity. The human race. Alright, I think that's good. I think I've solved it. Just modest lifestyle. And if you've got food, accommodation, and so a little bit of entertainment or transport and things to do, then I guess all these negativities that I've spoken of won't happen, and you'd actually live in a really modest life, and life would be more about what you make of it rather than money. Yeah, I'm done. I'll just hit this once and then I'll stop. Hit it once. Right. Thank you. Thanks for witnessing such a historic moment. Peter solving AI potential problems, potentially inevitable, which would happen if I do exactly what I said. Thanks for watching. No one knows Peter except you. I enjoy this for me, venting my thoughts. I think Alfie Days of Pointless Vlogs is similar-minded. Yeah, so I think the same. Regardless of stats, perhaps if I don't look at them, then I wouldn't have these problems. I quite like numbers and audience engagement, so it'd be fun. Yeah, see ya when you start watching regularly. Bye. Love you. Ciao.